3 steps to create a to-do list that actually works. So how frustrating can it be to have a long list of to-do items on your to-do list and yet just procrastinate these things from one day to the next? So maybe it's easy to tackle the easy things, but the biggest, most important projects on your to-do list go from day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and by the end of the week, you realize that you never got to that really important project. So I'm going to offer you this 3-step process that I use that I think you're really going to find helpful. And this is going to help you knock these projects off like 1, 2, 3. All right, so the first one, well, I'll give you the acronym first. It's POP, like pop productivity. POP, the first P is priority. The second one is outcome, and the third is the next physical action. So priority. When you think about priority, oftentimes we think about what the priority is for us to do, but it's really important too, and really helpful to think about your to-do list from the standpoint of what's important to your boss and what's important to the organization. So there's really 3 criteria to think about. And if you're not sure about what their priorities are, the great part is you can have a quick conversation with your boss on what their priorities are, as well as what those are of the organization. And then you can meld those into your list here to help you figure out what to do next. Now, the next thing is outcome. What's the next physical outcome? If you're not familiar with that, if you don't know what the outcome is of your next step, maybe it's time to consider taking it off the list altogether, or maybe the outcome is something totally different than what you thought to begin with. And actually, when you're clear on what the outcome is, it helps you understand the priority. So one of the things that's been on my to-do list for a while is upgrading the memory on my Mac computer. The thing is running a little bit slow, and to do this, I've got to set an appointment with the Apple Store. I've got to get the memory. I take it down there, and they've got to work their Apple magic and then make the thing faster. And who knows, it's not guaranteed to actually work, but it's probably going to help a good bit. Now, this seems like a massive annoyance to take care of, but when I think about the outcome being a faster computer and more productivity, suddenly I realize, hey, maybe this is something I need to take care of. And a question that you can ask yourself when you think about priority and outcome is, what's the one thing I could do on this to-do list that would make everything else easier, or maybe even make some things not important anymore enough for me to take action on? So that's another question that you can think about when you do this. Now, the third question to ask yourself, or thing to consider here in the process, is what's the next physical action? So for example, instead of saying implement new process like I'm giving you today, right? Say do the first step, right? Do the first step. I'm going to prioritize my to-do list. That's the first step, because implement is kind of nebulous. It's not really a physical action. Physical actions are things like calling, emailing, Googling. So instead of saying research topic, say Google topic. Come up with 3 ideas from what I found on Google, or something along those lines. That's a physical next action, and watch how much more productive your to-do list becomes, how much more powerful a document it is. I mean, if you're taking the time to create a to-do list, it might as well be really effective, right? So these are three quick things you can do to make your productivity amplified through your to-do list. So it's POP. It's number 1, it's the priority, 2, the outcome, and 3, the physical action. Now stay tuned to this station, because next week I'm going to be giving you a key strategy on how to work smarter, not harder. I'm looking forward to talking to you then. Thanks.